I have a legal note.
You want to take this one, Joy, or are you
Matt
good?
Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
That's true.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit.
Oh.
He has denied any wrongdoing.
That's interesting. Pay off the witness.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is Sunny Hostin, her husband, seems to be in a bit of a trouble because her husband is seeming to be under investigation, or at least there's claims that he has done major insurance fraud. And it seems that there is a video out there. That has kind of exposed her husband on doing said insurance fraud. And it ain't looking too good for her. And this is probably the most despicable, horrible person ever, right? She's obviously quite racist. I can't really stand this woman. It's really hard to really feel bad for these people because they're just not really great. But without further ado, here is the actual clip that I am talking about here, where she has exposed her husband.
Wait, hold on. Let Sunny get in here.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised that this young man thought that change could be accomplished through violence. 1 in 4 Americans say violence against government sometimes is justified. And today, in 2024, 1 in 10 Americans say violence is justified right now against corporations and government.
That's very scary.
Those are just.
And even though I don't think he might change something, he might have laid out a plan for a copycat. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you have there is pretty much Sunny Hostin exposing her husband, saying like she takes patients that pretty much have no insurance and then has to sue the insurance companies so that way he can get paid for his work. So yeah, it ain't looking very great here for Sunny Hostin here, at least her husband at the very least. And what we have here is saying Daily Mail, Sunny Hostin's surgeon husband hit with claims of insurance fraud. Writing Tuesday for the Daily Mail, Sean Cohen dropped a bombshell that the orthopedic surgeon, husband of Walking, Notable, Quotable, and ABC's The View co-host Sunny Hostin, Dr. Manny Hostin is among nearly 200 defendants named in one of the largest Rico cases ever filed in New York. Accused of getting kickbacks by performing surgery and fraudulently billing a company that insures taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers. The claim filed back on December 17th seeking more than $450 million in damages alleged Dr. Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, which his attorney vehemently denied and blasted as meritless crusade by a near bankrupt insurance carrier. Citing the claim, Cohen added the insurance firm American Transit was billed in exchange for kickbacks and or other compensation, which are disguised as dividends or other cash distributions for health professionals. He later continued that says here, I may believe, that says American Transit claims rampant insurance fraud is endemic in New York State thanks to its no-fault law under which insurers must pay up to $50,000 for medical expense for people injured in road accidents. These substantial possible no-fault recoveries can incentivize providers with ill intent to overdiagnose, overtreat, and overbill to recover the most money for themselves, the American Transit said in a statement. The law was introduced in 1974 in the wake of rapidly rising automobile insurance costs, and when accident victims were experiencing long delays in compensation, American Transit says in the suit. But taxis and ride-share vehicles are now required to pay up to $200,000, 4 times the coverage for private drivers, etc., etc. And what we have here is that it says, Empire State ASC issued regular payments for the benefit of Hostin, which in fact were illegal kickbacks for referrals, the court papers claim. Well, that ain't good. Our Nick Fonesco has made sure to repeatedly mention Hostin's husband, and that his profession combined with lucrative TV career make for a lavish lifestyle. Despite that, she's insisted she's entitled to reparations as an African American, even though her ancestors were slave owners. Yeah, she's not the most intelligent person in the book, right? She is quite dumb. She is quite dumb. And it goes on to really do this here. It says it is meant to mediate and harass doctors from collecting for care given to American Transit Insurance and their passengers. To what he said Hostin has an impeccable record, adding American Transit has rushed into the lawsuit without ever conducting an examination of Dr. Hostin or expressing any concerns to his lawyers. Now, this is what this guy is here in question, or the wife, or Sonny, or her husband here. Yeah, I don't know how it's going here with that. So, as it goes on, it continues to say here, the real story here is about an insurance carrier abusing the legal system to limit and restrict healthcare benefits to its insureds and their passengers and write off its proper obligations, authorities said. Sonny Hostin, 56, has been married to the doctor for nearly a quarter of a century. They tied the knot in 1998 and have 2 children and lived in a palatial 10-bed, 10-bath estate in Purchase, New York. That's insane. This shows on how out of touch a lot of these women are, or how out a lot of celebrities are in general, right? Maybe not necessarily just women. And it goes to show, you're completely out of touch. You probably don't even live in a place that normal people have to walk the streets to go into New York, right? Because they have to go into the subway and get assaulted and get burned alive like that one woman did, and etc. And you don't have to deal with that. You are most likely in a safe neighborhood, in a safe place where people can't come and get you, and everybody else has to suffer. But while you, the rich person, does not. This is where it shows your reality of everything is just completely distorted compared to everybody else that has to live. Because, again, millionaires don't have to live with this reality. They can just be in their safe places with the security because they can't afford it, while everybody else has to suffer. And Sonny Hostin is no different. Why she thinks like, maybe January 6th was okay or whatever, because she's in her own worldview of complete delusion. Now, I don't know whether or not all of this is true or not. It seems like this is alleged, right? If this is a possibility. But it's absolutely hilarious how she tries to be this moral high ground of a person, and and her own husband is being sued for obviously pretty bad stuff, right? One of the biggest Rico charge cases in New York. So maybe Sonny Hostin, you should probably really lay off your high horse here. You are not this great, amazing person or great, thoughtful person that you see forth. I mean, every time you speak complete stupidity, and I think it's really showing here. Yeah. So it's hilarious. It really is hilarious. These people are disgusting, and every time you just lift under a little bit of a rock, you find something that they're not the greatest people they seem to be. They seem to be kind of the worst people imaginable. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Let's guys share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. Cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.